Okay, so this is what you should have had done for today's lesson.
Did you have to have the house filled in? Yeah?
Basically, this is what you had to have done for today. So, what might be a good idea now before we start bringing things in? What might be a good idea before we start bringing things in? Label them. Excellent. Guys, can I get your attention, please? This is for your benefit now, not for me. I know how to do this. You don't, so pay attention. Yeah, and then you can watch the recording at home and finish it at home. So a good idea would be to label each of your points. So if I was to label, we'll just go with the roof first and foremost, alright? So we'll just go with the roof. So this front edge here, I'll go A, B, I'll do that C, D, E, and F. So that's the very front. So that's the very front of the roof. Okay. So in my plan, can someone locate me point A? Where's point A in my plan? Where would it be? So I want everyone to take a look at what I've labelled A there. Can you try point out where that would be in plan?
Top left.
Top left. Right there. Excellent. Yeah. Well done. What's underneath A? So what's directly underneath A?
B.
B. Excellent. So there would be AB. Excellent, guys. DC. So where's the point DC?
In the middle.
In the middle. Excellent. And it's right there. DC and EF. Yeah. Excellent. Well done. That's vital, guys, that we're getting that right. Next step, I'll just try find you that surface first of all. So next step, what do we do here? Bring them vertically up from plan, isn't it? And what degrees do you come in then from the elevation that we're given? Yeah, say it, Joy. You do, 30. Is that strobing? Alright, so we bring in each of the points. So there's A brought in, B, so you can do this here now with me as well. There's D and C as well. And there's E and F brought in. So we're going to go ahead and try find these points. So A will correspond there, so when they meet up, B directly below it, D and C, so D was brought in here. E and F, and then you can join them up. So that'll be the front of the roof. Alright, so that's the very front surface of the roof. Now, I'm pretty sure you'll be able to bring the rest of the points in yourselves when you label them. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to show you how to do the curve. Okay, so I want to show you how to bring in this curve into the axonometric. So the curve is somewhere here, but I just need to break it down and get a few points first. Adam, you right? Next one. Sorry, Luke? Next page, Adam. I don't know. Where's your book? I don't know. Whatever's the next question, yeah? Luke, what's up?
I'm the same as Adam. I may do the next one.
You're finished this question?
Yeah.
Alright, you want to throw a book in between yourselves then? Okay. Those who don't know how to bring in the curves, watch up here, which is a lot easy. So first things first, we're going to do watt height to that curve in our elevation there. So what do we need to do?
60
Alright, 60-30. How do we do that? Because it's tilted at 15 degrees.
Take your point 5 and bring it up to the 15 degree line.
Yeah. So set up your 45. Set up your 45 degree set square so it's parallel to the 15 degrees, and you can slide it down a small bit, and then you pop your 60-30 set square on top of that, and you do the 60-30 then on top onto the. Neil, next question. Yeah. Yeah. So you're using your 45 degree set square basically as that 15 degrees, and you're popping your 60-30 on top of it then. And you're like locating these points that are 60-30. Does everyone see how I did that? So I set up my 15 degree set square so it was parallel to that 15 degrees. So that line there is at 15 degrees. So I'll just slide that down a small bit away from it to give me a bit of space, and then you pop your 30-60 on top of that, and that'll help you locate those points. We'll number them. 1, 2, 3 on top, 4 and 5. Now, how in God's name are we going to locate these points in our plan here?
We should not do the box first.
Box first. Yeah, you do the rest of the box. So I just trust that the rest of you can do the rest of that. I'm just showing you the curve. Okay, so we have 5 points on the curve. It's the exact same procedure as taking point A. So see point A there, for instance. There it is there. Once it's labelled, there it is there. Bring them both in together where they meet. There's point A. So point 1, for instance, I want to locate that here in my axonometric, but I don't have point 1 here in plan. So I'm going to have to try find that in plan first. So, how we do it, I hear you ask? Use my compass. Excellent, Dara, yeah? So what you want to do, firstly, is point 1 is, so I'll just bring a vertical line down from 1. Point 1 is, so if you bring it down to the base even, right, so bring point 1 down to the base. Point 1 is that distance x, let's say, I don't know what it is, it's unknown to me, so I'll just label that distance there x. Okay, so point 1, and you bring it vertically down there, well not vertically, but down parallel to the 15 degrees. Point 1 is that distance away from the centre of the kennel. Does that make sense, Joe? It's that distance away to the left. So if I just come down here, so by looking at the question, the front opening of the kennel is back in. So you just take that distance x and bring it down. So there's point 1. That distance down here that I just made with my compass is that distance x.
Sorry, this looks a bit strange.
You draw straight up there when point 1 there.
Excellent, Joe, yeah? So that's point 1 in plan. So I just label that point 1. And when I bring that vertically up, and I bring point 1 down then from itself, and lo and behold, there she is.
How do you know where 1 is on the bottom list? How do you know it's not the other list?
How do I know it's not? Good question, go on there. How do
How do you know it's not?
I know it's that one?
Yeah, or not? How do you know?
Look at the question. See the picture of the kennel. Look at the actual front face. That's the roof. So if I was to put 1 out here, on this first line, I'd be saying that point 1 is out on the roof when it's actually in on the body surface. Okay, good question. So Joe Comerford, how might I find point 2? I want to find point 2 down here and in here. How do you do it?
Do the exact same thing in all
What?
areas.
Okay, what did I do?
Extra compass.
Yeah, firstly what I do, so you're accurate, bring 2 down onto the base of that 15 degrees. Alright, excellent, yeah. Get your compass.
And then get your compass and get distance from 2 into the middle.
Excellent, or from the middle out to 2, perfect. I'll go distance y, okay? I don't know what it is, I'll just label it y.
And then bring that down to
Yeah,
and measure it out there.
excellent. So there it is there.
And then draw straight up from that.
Bring it vertically up, it's actually done an all for me from the other bios. Right, so there it is brought up, and how do I find it in accent?
Bring it from further into the middle.
Excellent. One sec. So you bring it in from the elevation then as well. So that's 2 brought in there, and where they match up, so I'll label it down here. So there's 2 down here, bring it up, 2 over here, bring it in, there it is there. There is point 2. Alright, it's the exact same thing. For question 3, it's the same. So 3 is obviously in the center, alright? And so you can just bring 3 vertically up and bring 3 in, and where they meet, that's your point 3. So it's just, that's why labeling is so important. So there's point 3. And what you'll get in the end is a freehand curve going from, it's actually going from 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm going to label that 6 as well. You can go to the bathroom, whoever just asked me, and I'm going to finish it off here. So point 4 is the same distance the other side. So I'll just take that distance y again that I used for 2, because it's the same distance either side because we went 60, 30. So there it is there, and same with 5. So 5 is that distance x the other way. So I'll just measure there. So there's 5, and I'll label them. So that's 4, and that's 5. Bring them vertically up. Bring 4 vertically up first. Bring 5 up. And when I bring them in from my elevation then, bring 4 in, and 5. Where they meet are my points. So there's 4. That's 4 there. That's why you need a sharp pencil. Sharp pencil is so important now. And there's 5. Point 6, I'm going to finish off the curve. And O as well, or 0. 0 is that distance on my compass away from the center, so I'm come down to the center and mark that back out the way. And 6 is the same the other side, so there's 6, 0, 6. If I bring them vertically up, they should match in the middle, which they will. There's 6. Brought them in already, so there's 6 all the way down here. Is that right? Yeah, so there's 6, and 0 is here. And what you get then is a freehand curve. Yeah.
This one works.
Okay, and that's how you bring curves into the axonometric. So you label them in elevation and bring them down into plan.
Why does it look so weird?
Is that not too small?
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks tiny.
No, that's just it. Yeah, it looks a bit strange because it's in axonometric. I'll go ahead and finish off the rest of the drawing. So I'll bring up the body. That's the back of it.
All the lines confuse me.
Yeah, no, it gets confusing. That's why labeling is so important. It gets confusing, don't worry.
This one, no, only shit that they were in there. This one's left.
You're back for long in the morning. When you get back. Wait, why is the meat in the roof though? That's alright, is it?
Just is when it's in axonometric.
It's not. No, mine isn't, I'm saying. Mine all go into the room.
Sorry?
Mine all go into the room.
They all go into the roof.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll be with you in 2 seconds.
Oh, wait. You're meant to be that close to the roof.
That's so stupid.
There's a 9.